So welcome back to the Impact Arena, our last match of the group stage. It's a mixed doubles and it's absolutely vital for the home pair of Puavaranukroh and Taerattanachai. They need to win this last match against the number one seeds, Marcus Ellis and Lauren Smith, to qualify for the semi-final stage. Ellis and Smith can't qualify. Even if they win in 2 straight games, they will not be in the semi-final. But it is important for the tie combination. They must win. If they win, they are in the semi-final stage. So it's all rather complicated, this group. It's Group 1, of course, because we've got number one seeds in this group, so it's Group A. And at the moment, you can see that So Seung-jae and Chea Yu-jung played 3-1-3, so they're definitely qualified. As far as Jordan and Octavianti is concerned, they played 3 and 1-1. But because of their game difference, if Puavaranukroh and Taerattanachai, whether they were to lose in 2 or 3 games, their game difference would not be as good as Jordan and Octavianti, and therefore Octavianti and Jordan would qualify along with the Korean pair. It's all very complicated, but all that you need to know is that for the Thai pair to qualify for the semi-final stage, they must win this match against the English combination. Well, they've been in great form of late, have the Thai pair, and in their careers as a combination, they've won 7 titles from 17 finals. The career win-loss of Marcus Ellis and Lauren Smith translates into 7 titles from 12 finals. So both pairs exactly the same number of titles as a pair throughout their careers. So here come the number one seeds, Marcus Ellis and Lauren Smith. They've not had a good campaign.
From Thailand.
Lost both of their previous matches within the group. But
from Belgium.
For the host nation, this is critical.
Wahyana from Indonesia. And for tomorrow's semi-finals will be started at 10
The number 3 seeds, Dichapon Puavaranukroh and Sapsari Taerattanachai. Well, this will actually be a 4th meeting between these 2 pairs. The previous 3 have all been won by the Thai combination, and they've all been won in 2 straight games, including the last time, which was a quarter-final of the 2019 Malaysian 750 event. 21-14, 21-12 it was in 35 minutes.
Black or red? Red. It's red. That side?
So, the Thai pair have chosen ends.
Okay.
And the English pair will certainly want to try and salvage some pride with finishing their group with a win, so I think this will be fairly intense. But they have been struggling with their form, there's no 2 ways about it. Marcus Ellis, who's 31 years of age now, born in Huddersfield, 175, that's 5'9". And Lauren went up to number 9 on the world rankings before the rankings were frozen, but they had been a couple of places higher. Total of 2 weeks at the end of June 2018 at number 7 in the world. It's their 2nd consecutive appearance here, as we see Lauren Smith, who's 29, born in Carlisle in Cumbria, and they played 2 years ago in the World Tour finals, ended up 3rd in the group. But on Wednesday they lost to So Seung-jae and Chea Yu-jung, who have definitely topped Group A. And then yesterday they lost to Praveen Jordan and Melati Daiva Octavianti. In fact, they'd been 19-15 up in that first game before losing it 22-20, and a close second game as well. Dichapon Puavaranukroh is 23 years of age, born in Chonburi, means city of water, and he and his partner playing off their career high of 3 in the world 14 weeks before the rankings were frozen. And it's their third appearance. Their 2 previous appearances at the World Tour finals, they reached the semi-finals, so they want to keep that run going, or indeed better. Sapsari Taerattanachai is 28 years of age, born in Udon Thani, and winners of the 2 tournaments over the past 2 weeks, the Yonex Thailand Open and the Toyota Thailand Open, both Super 1000 events. Beat Jordan Anoktavianti in a repeat of both the All England final and the final at the Yonex Thailand Open, but lost yesterday to So Sung Jae and Jae Yu Jung in a repeat of last week's final. So it's a tough old group. The 3 pairs that were in the final over the last couple of weeks, all in Group A. As we look at our umpire, Bert van Horenbeck from Belgium and Wahyana from Indonesia is the service judge.
Ladies and gentlemen, on my right, Dechapol Puavaranukroh and Sapsiri Taerattanachai, Thailand. And on my left, Marcus Ellis and Lauren Smith, England. Lauren Smith to serve to Dechapol Puavaranukroh. Love all. Play.
So the number 1 seeds against the World Championship silver medalists. Well, as far as the Thai pair are concerned, 5 World Tour events in the 2020 campaign, but they reached the final of 3 of them, and their 3 finals were the 3 Super 1000 events. For the English combination, oh dear, what happened there? Hurt his hand somehow. English pair started their campaign by reaching the final of the Saeed Modi Super 300 event at the end of 2019, and then won the Time Masters 300 events last year, and in doing so became the first ever European winners at the Time Masters in any discipline. And it is only or was only the 5th year of the Thai Masters. Just long of the back line.
3 low.
Oh, that's a delightful drop from Marcus Ellis.
1-3.
Steen, what is it about the styles that you think that the English pair have struggled with when they've played previous matches against this Thai combination? Because they've never won a game in 3 matches.
No, I think I think they're very solid. Puavaranukroh and Taerattanachai obviously they're solid. They won 2 tournaments, but they're solid in the defense. There's a lot coming back like that. Mark Ellis, he really worked himself to a good chance, and then one good return or one a little bit loose follow-up, and then everything is back to square one for the English pair. So basically too much is coming back. I would think that they would be able to play with them in sort of in terms of playing a little bit more softer shots and getting control of the rallies, but I've seen in one of the previous tournaments, I can't remember if it was the Danes or who it was, but they really had trouble getting out of the service situation and keeping control of the rallies, because he's so fast, Puavaranukroh, so plays as flat as possible in the service situation and sort of prevents you from getting on as strong an attack as you want. They don't mind you, Puavaranukroh and Taerattanachai, they don't mind you to attack as long as you don't do it from a really, really good and well-balanced position. And then I think Taerattanachai can also match Lauren Smith at the net. He's just so quick on his feet.
Yeah, like closing down that mid-court area there.
Yeah. They were playing well yesterday as well in the match against Siu and Che, but at some point it was like, okay, this has been a long campaign and it's also a good pair, and we might get a chance to finish the job today against Ellis and Smith, and it seemed like it mentally became too tough for them, playing 2 finals in a row in the group stage, and then facing Ellis and Smith today, which at the moment looks like it's going as they would want it to from a time perspective. I also think that some of the matches I've seen Lauren Smith play in, I didn't see a whole lot of her matches in the first tournament.
Oh, that's a good smash. Lovely.
On the line. But I saw in the second the Toyota Thailand Open, and she looked off, like she was bothered. She got annoyed about, I think, her own play. Really didn't look to be in sync, and one of the ways that we can see that, if she makes a mistake, she will go and try to take a break, go to the kit box, and there was a lot of kit boxing in Toyota Thailand Open.
That's great reactions from Puavaranukroh. Well, apparently Lauren Smith said in an interview that she really hadn't got her game head mentally in the right place, because it had been so long since they'd played a tournament. But they played the Denmark Open. Most of the Asian players didn't play the Denmark Open.
And then if you don't have your game head, then you lose to the ones who have.
Yeah.
She's not the only one, I think, but it's just, that's a condition.
Serves over. 3-9.
They're not getting a look in at the moment, the English pair. They're not putting their opponents under any sort of pressure.
And also the defense here is sort of like survival defense. It's not like you have any chance of turning it around. Lost in Yonex Thailand Open to Danes, Boyan and Christiansen after they initially had the lead in the first game, and I don't know if that's affected them.
Well, there'll be nobody more disappointed than the English players themselves with the way they've performed. I mean, I had very high hopes for this English pair.
Yeah.
They qualified at #1 on the World Tour ranking. And it just doesn't work for them. So it's a very handsome lead. 11-4 for Puavaranukroh and Taerattanachai here at the mid-game interval of the opening game.
Attack a little bit better. Yeah. Come on. Just got to be ready for everything they bring, because when they hit one, they counter on the next one. Hit one, make sure we then move. They're going to get it back. Okay, come on.
11-4. Late. Service over. 5-11.
That's another lovely drop, isn't it? I like the change of angle on serve.
6-11.
Instead of serving to the tee, change the angle. Well, that's clever play.
Over. 12-6.
Yeah, this was a situation where I normally would expect Lauren Smith to go to the kit box, as I told you about, but it didn't happen here. So maybe it's a bad read I have on it.
Best rally of the match so far.
It's a fantastic rally.
Yeah.
Service over. 7-12.
Wasn't the best of serves. They were under pressure right from the start of the rally, the English pair.
13-7. Serve over. 8-12. 12.
Bad miss by Taerattanachai.
It's amazing so quickly he comes from one side of the court to the other, especially from his forehand side to the backhand side.
Yeah, and it's perfect placement. It's not only his speed of movement, but when he hits that smash, it's perfect placement because it's gone towards Lauren Smith's left hip. She was committed to the sort of crouch defence, and therefore her left hip area vulnerable. Brilliant. Coolly and calmly, just placing the shuttle
15-8.
into the big gap. It's good awareness from Puavaranukroh.
That shot there, that was great as well to the mid-court area. I think here shots that normally gives Ellis and Smith the upper hand in a rally and a quite clear upper hand. Here they just bring them to 50-50, or only gives them a very little advantage. And I think that stresses them also facing the speed of movement from Puavaranukroh. He's sort of unpredictable. Where is he?
Yeah.
17-8.
Yeah.
18-8.
He's extremely quick today, Dichapon.
Yeah, he is. So I think from an English perspective they need to try and see if they can get it well below the tape and get a more controlled attack, so to speak. But at the moment, the best pair, in my opinion, in doing that from Europe, that's Tom Kikel and Delphine Derouet.
Good smash.
Where a lot of other European pairs, they rely a lot on power and fast-paced badminton.
Oh,
that's a good shot.
That's a moment of magic.
Over 10.
I like that.
A lot, yeah, I agree.
Where did that come from? Super.
Service over.
It's game point opportunities.
8-10.
That's a good service return.
Service over. 11-20.
Oh,
Excellent.
yeah, very good.
20. Game.
He's too quick.
First
Onto
game
the flick
won
serve,
by
Dichapon.
Puavaranukroh and subsidiary Taerattanachai, 21-12.
Umpire just confirming that scoreline. 21-12 opening game to the World Championships silver medalists Puavaranukroh and Taerattanachai. Opening game in 17 minutes.
เขาเตรียมนี่เราเล่นอะไรเขาเตรียมนี่เราเล่นอะไรเราเห็นเขาไหมเวลาเขาเตรียมเขาจะเราเล่นไปแล้วปุ๊บเตรียมตัวทันเราเตรียมตัวทันบางทีไปคิดว่าปุ๊บเราต้องเตรียมตัวเตรียมทำอะไรเข้าใจว่าเตรียมตัวดี
Put her into the wind now. Yeah, perhaps we can put her up there a bit more. But watch him again when he's moving, so you can turn away from him. Yeah.
Just take it straight.
Yeah, we've got to be ready and early in that mid, controlling down the sides as well. Just got to be careful we don't play too hard through his flat game. Okay, just give it everything, yeah? You've played some good stuff, they just keep getting it back, keep getting it back.
We've just got to do it for a bit longer. A few more shots every time.
Yeah. Okay?
Yeah.
Come on. We're not a million miles away. Just got a little bit sharper, a little bit more crisp. Yeah? We can get in that. Come on. Come on. Let's go down swinging. Come on.
Board 1, 20 seconds. Board 1, 20 seconds.
Well, it's very telling to me the fact that the Thai combination were back on courts long before they needed to be. And that's always a sign, I think, of confidence.
Yeah, they know what they're going to do.
Yeah.
And they did it in the first game, so there's not so much to discuss.
Low ball.
It's up to Ellis and Smith to react to what's happened in the first game.
Too flat, it's gone way long of the back line.
Yeah.
1 low.
A good first defense with high lift. That's still a situation that you don't want to face too many times because you can't be sure he will put them all long.
That's a pity.
Service over. 1-0.
Now, was Anthony Clark saying something about slowing it down by turning the shuttle? And did you catch any of it?
I really didn't catch it enough to understand what the meaning was. That might have been the meaning. I only heard him say, "You're not a million miles away," you know, like to sort of cheer them up. But I didn't see a smile, and I'm not sure. I think I've been in those situations as a coach where you feel like you've got to give some encouragement, but you can see that the players, they're not really buying it. Right.
4-1.
They're losing this fast-paced game, Ellis and Smith. Normally they very often win the dogfight, so to speak, but I don't think they're winning it here.
Five, 1.
There's quite a difference in the defensive capabilities.
Yeah. And the block.
No, hang on, wait a minute. That was an ace serve. And now the umpire is saying, player let, that Lauren Smith wasn't ready. I think she went in the wrong direction. Yeah, to just elaborate on what I was going to say, you know, the Thai pair looks so confident in defensive play.
Yeah.
And despite the attack of the English combination, whereas 2 or 3 smashes or downward shots from the Thai pair and then the English defence is broken down.
Yeah.
Oh, I don't think they'll win that challenge, will they?
Just like the other, especially the singles categories, when we talk about shot quality, that also goes here. I mean, what is the shot quality in the defense under different amounts of pressure?
Challenge unsuccessful. One
Strange challenge.
remaining. Serve is over. 2-6. Late.
And things are just happening really, really fast. I've heard some of the Danish players say, not this particular pair, but when things are going too fast, it feels like playing against 3 on the other side.
Well, that one came off the frame of the racket of Sapsari.
And I think beating Sapsari and Puavaranukroh is very difficult in the fast-paced flat game. I think you've got to try and take the pace out of the match. Play it well below the tape, play controlled attack, be really, really patient. Lots of variation as well.
4-6.
And we've talked a lot over the last couple of weeks about how this Thai pair are very happy to have Dichapon forward at the net.
Yeah.
Because Sapsari is so strong at the back of the court. It was a nice idea.
8-4.
It's a barrage of attack from the Thai pair.
9-4.
Well, the way they're playing today, you can absolutely see why they've won 2 titles in 2 weeks, can't you?
They've regrouped from yesterday's loss. Every single time they're trying to put pace in the rally, Ellis and Smith, they're getting punched in the nose by the 2 Thais. And they have that second mixed doubles pair, Jomko and Sampran. I've seen them play the last 2 weeks, and they're not bad either. They're an upcoming pair.
Absolutely.
Well played, well played.
Serve is over. 5-10.
Because maybe that's also what the English should do, sort of get Marcus Ellis at the net.
Yeah.
To be sure to gain the initiative. Or at least hopefully gain the initiative. I mean, he's not the preferred front court player in his men's doubles combination with Chris Langridge, but Still physically strong.
10.
Should react fast. Cover more area at the front court. Good shot.
So to the mid-game interval, and it's a 5-point advantage for Puavaranukroh and Taerattanachai.
นี่ตกไปวิธีเดียวนึกไหมลูกตัดระวังเป็นเคาะหน่อยก็ได้เป็นอะไรหน่อยก็ได้เพิ่มเข้าไปหน่อยใช่ไหมแล้วดูดิจังหวะที่เข้าช่อเนี่ยโยนไปปุ๊บเนี่ยก็ยิงใส่เราแล้วเสร็จตัวให้มันเร็วแล้วก็เตรียมข้างหน้าอยู่ตลอดลูกกระชอกมาตลอดประมาณ
Scored 1. 20 seconds.
Well, I'm convinced that Ellis and Smith need to try and slow down some of these rallies. They need to do that by
11-6.
turning the shuttle.
Play.
Easier said than done, of course.
Yeah. And they've developed really well, these two players.
Oh! 13-6.
Oh, what an angle. That's extraordinary.
14-6.
Look where the shuttle lands. That's incredible. Steepness of shot. It's only just past that front service line.
Oh! 15-6.
Well, the English pair certainly haven't been able to produce the form that took them to the All England semi-final last March.
No, they played a magnificent tournament there.
They certainly did.
I don't know, maybe, I don't know if the expectations, their own expectations have gone up since that tournament.
Possibly.
Oh! 17-7.
Short. There's a little bit of a clash of rackets, I think,
70.
between the two Thai pairs.
was before that, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well played. The way to turn that defense around is to find the soft defense in front of Taerattanachai. Everything else is covered by Puavaranukroh, and you'll get a fast-paced shot against you like we saw here. Sorry if I interrupted you, Jill.
No, not at all.
Good shot. No. A lucky win. The first shot was great. The second one should have been a block as well, because it's simply too risky to... that one is great. That one should be a block. It's very, very near a winner for Puavaranukroh.
Service over. 19.
Of course, there's not much belief on the English side, which is understandable. But it's feedback to get back and work on. Take motivation from the All England semi-final and the fact that badminton has restarted.
Service over. 10. 19.
That's a great return of serve. And now match point opportunities.
20.
And a place in the semi-final beckons for the Thai combination.
Right, 2 misses.
Service over. 11-20.
On their second match point opportunity, Puavaranukroh and Taerattanachai secure their place in the semi-finals tomorrow.
Match won by Dechapol, Puavaranukroh and Sub-Siri Taerattanachai, 21-12, 21-11.
Yeah, they looked in total command the whole match, in all honesty. So 2 straight games and a semi-final tomorrow. The draw for the semi-finals, incidentally, will only be conducted now that play has been finished and concluded for the end of the group matches, so we won't know the draw for tomorrow's semi-finals until a little bit later on this evening. But it's a chance for us to recap on what happened today, and we started with men's doubles, and it was a straight playoff to see who qualified, and it was Choi So-gu and So Seung-jae that came through in 3 games against Ivanov and Sozonov, so the Korean pair into the semi-final. The Thai women's doubles pair of Kitty Harakun and Prajongjae, they've also qualified and beating the Germans in 2 straight games. Then there was a huge surprise in the women's doubles because Gracia Polii and Apriani Rahayu, the #1 seeds, winners of 3 World Tour tournaments in the qualifying period, lost to Chao and Lee from Malaysia, so the Indonesians are not in the semi-final stage. But Indonesians in the men's doubles, they made amends, because this, like the first of our men's doubles, was a straight playoff to see who qualified, and it was the reigning world champions and three-time former winners of the end-of-year championships, Hassan and Setiawan, that came through in 3 games against Aruncha and Sowi Ik of Malaysia. And then it was women's singles, and it was a battle to top Group A. And for the first time in 3 weeks, the Olympic champion Carolina Marin was beaten, and she was beaten by the 18-year-old An Se-young of Korea. Then we had another women's singles, and Pusala Venkata Sindhu, the reigning world champion, well, she couldn't qualify for the semi-final stage anyway, but Chochawong, despite losing, will play in the semi-final tomorrow. Wang Sui and Anders Antonsen, well, it was just a battle for who topped the group. They're both through to the semi-final, and the answer to that was Wang Sui was simply too strong for the World Championship silver medalist Anders Antonsen. Then it was a real battle in the women's singles. This was a straight playoff between Tai Su-ying and Ratchanok Intanon as to who would get through to the semi-final stage, and despite losing the opening game 23-25, the current world number 1 Tai Su-ying came through very strongly in that deciding game, 21-9 in 57 minutes. Then it was men's singles, and like the previous men's singles, it was 2 players who had already qualified for the semi-final stage, but it was a repeat of the All England final, and like the All England final, Victor Axelsen came out on top against Cho Tien-chen of Chinese Taipei. Just 36 minutes for that one. And then in the mixed doubles, it was a must-win situation for the home pair of Puavaranukroh and Taerattanachai. They had to win to secure their semi-final berth, and that's exactly what they did against the number 1 seeds Ellis and Smith. 21-12, 21-11 in 36 minutes. So it's semi-final knockout stage tomorrow. We have 2 sessions. The first session, 10 a.m. local time, that's 0300 GMT. The second session, 5 p.m. with Steen and myself, that's 1000 GMT. From all of us here, especially from Steen and myself, Jill Clark, we'll see you tomorrow. Bye for now.